I have made a very big mistake. 3 years ago, my friend conducted a DNA test on all his kids and figured the first child wasn't his. After my friend's encounter, I began to think of my own marriage. What if my kids are not mine? Last year, I traveled to India for a medical checkup. In a conversation with my doctor, the issue of DNA popped up and he said I could conduct a DNA on my kids without my wife's knowledge. If I reach home and she tries to drag this with me, her next words will be in her grave. This is a woman I met with absolutely nothing.
Killing her is automatically not the solution.
This is a tough one to talk about. What if something like this happened to me? Putting myself in
the
his
shoes of the man. It's good we
Alright.
have a man here. Yeah.
It could also be that she's not being satisfied sexually.
If we have sex and you don't have orgasm, tell me you didn't get orgasm.
Hello. You are welcome to our broadcast once again. I'm excited to be here with you. We are here to review another story, a very interesting one, very intriguing one. I know you would be blessed by this, but I would also encourage you to go back and watch our previous shows. You'll be blessed by that. You will learn a lot, and this would even be a build up on that. Also subscribe, share the link, and then be part of this family. Okay, so I'll go straight to reading our story for today. Then I go to my panelists and then we will discuss. I have made a very big mistake. 3 years ago, my friend conducted a DNA test on all his kids and figured the first child wasn't his. This led him to divorcing his partner of 17 years in marriage. We married the same year, so my marriage is 20 years now. After my friend's encounter, I began to think of my own marriage. What if my kids are not mine? I observed my children instead of conducting a DNA too, because my wife threatened to divorce me if I should conduct a DNA test and find out the kids are all mine. She sounded so convincing, so I decided not to bring any confusion into my home due to a friend's encounter. For a while, I had it in mind, but after about a year, it didn't even occur to me anymore. Last year, I traveled to India for a medical checkup. In a conversation with my doctor, the issue of DNA popped up and he said I could conduct a DNA on my kids without my wife's knowledge. So why do I even discuss it with her for us to argue? I thought of it as the best idea, so I gathered samples of my kids' hair. We have 4 kids. When I came back, I told my wife I was asked to return after a month for checkup again, so a week today I came back to India to see my doctor. He conducted a test and unlike my friend, my case was worse. Can you believe that with the exception of our last baby boy, who is 11 years old, all our other kids are not mine? Wow. The child I thought was my first will turn 20 this year, and the second will also turn 18 this year. They are all both studying in Canada, while the last 2 are in Ghana with us. I have a very happy and successful family. I trusted and loved my wife, and I wish the DNA hadn't come out like this. I haven't returned to Ghana yet. I haven't contacted home or said anything about the test results to anyone yet. It's so painful. There is no day this week I haven't cried. My life right now is a misery. I don't even know how to go and face my wife with this. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know how my entire family members, friends, and society are going to start looking at my family. My happy home is a wrecked one now. I'm so scared I might just kill my wife if I should see her face again. I haven't been in this type of pain before. This is definitely the worst thing to ever happen to me in this life and even after my death. How on earth is my last child my first and only child? I love my kids. I have equally apportioned everything I have to them. Is my wife trying to tell me that if I hadn't conducted this test, I would die without knowing the truth? I don't even know what questions to ask myself. I need your opinion before it gets bloody. I'm still here in India because I want to take it cool when I get back home. But it doesn't matter how long I stay here. The pain is still fresh daily. I just want to go home, ask her to pack out, empty her kids' account so she could continue to finance their education herself or with their father whom I do not even wish to know. Then move out of Ghana with my son, my only son. Do you now know this means I have just one son now? I have wasted 20 years of my life with a wrong woman. The passion with which I hate my wife now, I see myself strangling her to death. See, I can kill her and no one on this earth can do anything about it. If I reach home and she tries to drag this with me, her next words will be in her grave. This is a woman I met with absolutely nothing. I married her when she was only 23 years old. I groomed her. I made her what she is today. She was a mere high school leaver with nothing to call hers. I was managing my own microfinance business by then. I sent her to school, built her a mat. I did everything for her. Today she has cars, built houses for herself and some for members of her family. I have never for once envied her success because that was how well I wanted to see her grow. All those times I was trying so hard to build an empire for her, there she was with another cockroach hitting on her. I was too blind to have noticed. Women are indeed wicked. If any prophet should have given me this prophecy, I would have beaten him up. How do I even tell my friends about this? What a shame this is. I'm writing a lot. I don't know how to make you understand what I'm going through, but I need your help. I seriously need help. I can't imagine myself with just one child at the age of 50. All the sweet memories I was having with my kids was actually not with my kids. It was with another bull's children. How? How could this happen to me? Why did I even listen to her when she asked me not to conduct the test? I should have realized it. My friend even asked me to conduct mine when he figured his out, but I told him I trusted my wife. The kind of shame this woman has brought to me is probably what will kill me. I will be returning on Wednesday and I need solutions before I arrive, else it will get bloody. Wow. Sad story. I can't imagine anyone go through this, and I don't even want to put myself in his shoes, but that is why I have my panelists today to help me dive into the issues, ask the right questions, get samples of answers, try to dissect the issue, and also in our own way try to give counsel or suggestions or solutions, as it were. Because in this life, I believe that there is nothing without solution. Everything that happens to you has a way of escape. So at the same time, please kindly share your thoughts, leave your comments at the comment section, subscribe to this channel, follow us, like, and you be blessed. I have with me counselor, a seasoned counselor of our time, with word for this generation. She's counselor Justina Arkorful. I also have with me a pastor, a man of God, and a prolific author, Abeiku. Okai. So you're welcome to today's segment. I believe you heard me when I was reading the story, and this a man, he's 50 years now, and after 20 years of marriage, he's finding out that his 4 kids, it's only one that is his, and it's actually the last one. The first 3 aren't his. The first 3 children are not his children. Now, that is a hard one. I don't know how any man at his age would take this. So before we even dive into the pertinent questions, any thoughts on this story?
Okay, thank you very much, Lady Sophia.
You're welcome.
You are doing such an awesome job.
Thank you.
We are honored to be here. But I'm just, as you were reading, I was just thinking that, for the fact that he's hurting doesn't mean he should commit a crime, okay? Killing her is automatically not the solution.
Okay.
And the government or the system will not say that because your wife cheated with 3 kids, so you've committed murder and that we are not going to do anything about it. It doesn't justify whatever it is he's about to do, because he kept on saying bloody, bloody, bloody. Bloody. So please, you are listening, maybe you are watching, I don't know how, please, that one is not an option at all. Because you think that when you kill her, the pain will go. It will rather be worse.
Make it worse.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't want to talk now, it's okay. I would even suggest you don't come back. I think you should take some leave for some time, because it's very painful. I'm not saying what the wife did was right. No, that's not what I'm saying. But this one calls for emergency, the bloody, I think is alarming. So he should just, whoever knows him should try and calm him down.
Okay.
And then that is okay.
That would be
All right.
okay.
But it's so painful. But as to why the woman did what she did is also
A
another
matter for discussion,
matter
and that
for
is what we are about to
you
dive
see.
into today.
And even though people respond to things differently, especially pain, I think he also shouldn't be talking down on her. Like when you met her, she didn't have anything.
But I think he
You
was
two-
just trying to explain the situation.
I get it, but whatever that has happened, she's still
His
your
wife. Okay.
We can't erase that. You can divorce her, but she's still
Your
your
wife.
wife. So I think that though he's hurting, he should just take time, because sebi onishe onyo obia, one awabuano and all that.
Yeah.
I think is a bit harsh and also demeaning in some sense. So yeah, power chop wate. Yeah, na ya form ya be anything. But I think these are the two things I would want to talk about
Okay,
now.
for
Yeah,
now. Okay,
sure.
thank you very much. That was
welcome.
powerful. So, Abeiku.
This is a tough one to talk about. Whilst you are reading the story, I was just asking myself, what if something like this happened to me? Putting myself in
In
his
the
shoes.
shoes of the man. It's
All
good we
right.
have a man here. Yeah.
The fact is that this story resonates with a lot of stories regarding this DNA thing. We are hearing too much of this DNA thing, and many times the women are to be blamed. But I also asked myself how things like this happen in a marriage where a woman will go outside the marriage, get a child, give it to the
Yeah,
man,
husband.
and then the man will never know
about it.
I mean, was there no hint? Was there nothing in his gut? Was there no discernment? Was there no physical trait? Because human beings, there are traits that will show that this child is different.
Yeah.
Sometimes even the physicality, sometimes a lot can reveal that there is something different
About this
about
child.
this child. All right. It's a tough one. The question has to do, first of all, with what caused the woman to do that. If you're a man and you're listening, just note that before you marry, you must know who you are marrying and why you are marrying the person. Here is where a lot of men make mistake and they fall into some of these situations. I'm not saying that is general, but here's the point. We men naturally like chasing women. And that is our biggest downfall.
Okay.
So I meet a woman, she's beautiful, I love her, I begin to what? Chase her.
her.
Whether she loves me or not, it doesn't matter. Sometimes man can say, yeah, no matter what, Charlie, I will get you by all means. And a man is able to put everything together to get a woman. And maybe this woman is still connected to her ex. For all you know, maybe these children belong to the ex. Or she's still connected to somebody she already knew whom she loved. But for whatever reason, she married you, and still her love was what? Was
the
there.
other
Because you see,
person.
a woman will not give sex unless she loves you.
Okay.
That is serious. So when a woman gives sex outside, it means that she's giving one out of her heart and one out of duty.
Okay.
So the one at home is out of what?
Duty.
And the one outside is out of her heart.
Okay.
So before you marry a woman, does she love you? 2, why are you marrying her? 3, what is her attitude? Again, when you marry her, how many times did you spend with her? How many times did you spend with her? Maybe at the time these children were born out of the marriage was when the man had traveled. Because if you listen, he's gone to India.
Yeah.
Maybe he had been a traveling person.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of times that this woman didn't
was
have
absent.
the intimacy she needed and whatever may have happened. That is an assumption. Sometimes it could be friends, whatever may have caused this to happen. But it is important for a woman to know that when you marry and you are having sex outside the marriage, you are hurting the children and their future. Now, I'm just thinking about these children. So it's hard for me to say something about the story because it's very frustrating.
It is. It
And
is.
quickly you can blame the woman. Quickly you can blame the woman because a lot of these issues are happening. But if always the blame is on the woman too, then the question is, how are we solving it? Are we just advising women, or what is the root issue to deal with?
Yeah. Okay, that was also a very profound one. Thank you, all of you. But I would also like to add that last week we were even talking about a case where it was the man who was cheating.
Yeah.
And in our society today we find a lot of men cheating, and most often, the women will be asked to forgive. Just let bygones be bygones, let sleeping dogs lie, forgive him and move on with life. Now, when women cheat, it's a different ball game altogether. Because for women, usually when you cheat, you don't come home as clean as the man. And most often also, you may come home with a case 5, which would bring other repercussions in the future. Like BIC was saying that, the children would even be affected when a woman cheats. So now, tell me, why would a woman cheat, knowing all the dynamics, knowing that if I cheat, I could get pregnant and I could be in trouble, I could lose my marriage, society could be against me if people get to know. How women are said to be, chaste, you need to be pure and all that. Even before you get married, in our society today, they advise you to be chaste, be this, be that. Now you get married and you are cheating. Your husband is not enough for you. Why would a woman?
Okay, I think she will answer why women cheat, and I'll answer why men cheat.
Okay, that's okay. So, Counselor Justina, tell us, why do women cheat?
No, why do you people cheat?
Well, there are a couple of reasons why women would cheat. One, it could be stress. Stress from anywhere and everywhere. 2, it could be emotional attachment. You see, just to, relate it to the story. If you are listening to the background the man is making, I can relate with it that this lady sees the husband as the God of her life. You see, in as much as I might not love you, you have provided me with everything. Okay. And out of my gratitude, let me marry you. Okay. And when it's like that, there is a kind of relationship, emotional connection you can never have with such a person.
It will just be respect and adoration.
Out of gratitude.
So a lot of women are marrying out of respect.
Yes.
Out of gratitude.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the same thing as I was saying.
Yes. And like BIC said, a woman gives sex because she loves
the person.
Come to think of it, she has everything. Most people say that women like money, women want money. This is a lady who has houses, everything, cars, houses, on her own. And the good news is the husband is not even envious
of her.
He's even happy for her. So what will cause such a woman to cheat? I think is emotional connection. Like, in as much he has provided everything, she still can't connect emotionally because deɛ ɔyɛ bia ɔyɛ tua ne ka nea wayɛ ama me nyinaa meda wase.
Meanwhile, she has a connection somewhere.
She has a connection
with an ex.
Maybe we only assume.
Yes, with an ex. Or whoever it is she has gotten these children with. You see, that person knows her for who she is, accepts her for who she is. Whereas you have accepted me as a wife, but once I hear, you can just use it against me. You didn't have anything, because we can see it from the story. You see, so I believe that cheating doesn't just happen. For a woman to cheat, she has planned it way back before the cheating. And like Abeiku said, maybe he's the traveling type. So that emotional connection is not there. And even if she wants to express how she feels, this is my God. I mean, in as much as I want to be naughty in quote, I can't misbehave around
my God,
Yes.
my helper, my
help.
destiny
Thank you.
helper.
My destiny.
You
Yeah.
see? So, but there is this guy who I can just do anything, say anything, and I'm okay. He doesn't even fault it. Like, there's nothing wrong. It's like, I just like you for who you are. You see, that aspect is also there. Okay? It could also be that maybe she's not being satisfied sexually. That one too could also be there. Because if women start having sex early and they don't get the same type of sex as in what they started with, trust me, it's not that enjoyous.
Okay, take that again.
For instance, maybe you were a virgin.
Okay.
And then a guy broke your virginity. Your system is known to the type in terms of size.
Okay.
That broke you.
Oh, okay.
And if you are not the one that sleeps around, in your mind, you will equate every sex
to that first one.
one.
Okay.
So here is the case. Perhaps he wasn't the one. And the one who did it the way I liked it.
Okay.
And you are not doing it
the way I like it.
Oh. And because you are my admirer, I can't tell you how to do it, especially in Africa.
Oh.
Ghana.
Say it again.
Now, when you marry, you don't have to be. It's not an akolaboni issue when you marry. You are married. You see, many times too, women don't reveal. They find it difficult to tell the man, hold this place, tie this place, do this, or do that. You see, it seems to be natural with women that they want you to figure them out, than they telling you this is my problem. So you feel like if you tell me when I hold your breast, you are not comfortable with it, you tell me I'll feel unhappy. No, tell me. If we have sex and you don't have orgasm, tell me you didn't get orgasm. Okay, this conversation, it's true that in Africa we don't talk about it. But if we can talk about it, we are happy. So I will encourage women, tell us. Tell us, because when a man, I always say, men don't enjoy sex.
Oh, okay.
Men don't enjoy sex.
Really?
No.
So why are they always chasing after it?
Yes, because they enjoy their wives.
Okay.
You see, when a man is having sex with you and he's not enjoying the sex, he's enjoying you.
Okay.
That is why he loves you to moan. That is why he loves you to, make him feel like a man. So his feeling is not from the enjoyment, it's how you feel.
Oh, okay.
So I will tell you, and every man, a lot of men can resonate.
Okay.
When a man sucks your breast, he is not enjoying the breast.
Okay.
He is pushing you to enjoy it.
To satisfy
him. Your enjoyment is his satisfaction.
Okay.
Unless probably it's a man who just want to, he's not committed or whatever. But he's enjoying your breast because your breast is sensitive to you.
Okay.
And you see, your enjoying it is what makes him to enjoy it. If, for example, he's holding you, maybe fingering or whatever, it is not for his sake. With all due respect, if he puts his hand there, what does the hand get? What does it trigger? It triggers nothing to him.
Okay, so
but what triggers is what is in you. So as you are enjoying it, he is enjoying. So if you are quiet, for example, and there is no move, he doesn't feel it's like. But if you tell him, I'm not getting it, this is how I will get it, he will adapt. He will do the right thing. He must learn. But if you want him to figure out, he may not figure it well unless you educate him. Okay. And that, I think, is what some women are not doing. Because I think you have to agree with me that women should do
this. But I also want, with what you have said, then I would also want to ask, how about men who force women into having sex with them? Men who rape women. I mean, if your satisfaction comes because the woman is enjoying it, then why do you force her? Because we have a lot of such issues.
Yes, you notice we also said that a woman has sex when she loves you, but there are a lot of women who give sex without love.
Yes.
Okay, why? Because in every society there are people who break the natural order of things. Okay, the natural order of things. When Adam saw the woman, she said, "This is bone of my bone, flesh of," without even touching her. Why? Why do men chase beautiful women? Women don't care
Why
if you
do
are.
women chase
Men chase
okay.
beautiful women.
Okay.
Women don't really care whether you are beautiful or not, or handsome or not.
Okay.
They want an attachment, but a man wants the woman as a person because the woman is part of the man. That's why when a man settles with you truly, he settles because it's he can even go and have sex outside, and his own mind and everything is still you. Is this man who is talking about this DNA trying to tell us he's never cheated on the woman? Okay. He's done that. But maybe he's even giving birth somewhere. So that is the hypocrisy of men. He may have given birth somewhere, cheated somewhere. A woman is vulnerable. Even this is what I wanted to even say in why women cheat. Let me not digress too much. But the fact is that one of the reasons women cheat is because they are vulnerable. Vulnerable and innocent. Look, if you find an innocent woman, you can easily bring her to bed by feeding on her innocence, trying to give her comfort, and then so when you are in a marriage and then you're not giving the woman the comfort she needs, you may give her the property. There is a book I've written, the title is Dangerous Resurrection.
Okay.
In this story, this man has provided everything for the woman, but the woman still went with the ex. Then there was a man who also had provided all the emotion, and still the woman went with the ex. Two men in the story, two scenarios. One provided material things, the woman still went. Another provided the emotional thing, the woman still went. So the question is, what do women want? They want both the material and the emotional. So here's a man who has provided the material and maybe was not there to provide the emotional. You see, then somebody played on that vulnerability. Maybe. And if a woman doesn't have a strong culture, strong conviction that this is my husband, it ends there. When she finds a little problem, she will seek comfort from somewhere, and there is a problem.
Okay. If women want both the provision and the connection, emotional connection, how do men then provide both? Because if you look at the story, this is a man who is very busy, he travels a lot to make money and build the family, to bring resources to the family, you understand. And like he explained, he was able to pick up the woman from even a low state to where she is now. That will all depend on his ability to go out there to work. So now, if he's out there working, how is he going to be able to provide both this emotional connectivity and being the provider of the home, not making the wife look outside for the other?
Okay, thank you. Well, I think that based on the story, I'm looking at love language. Okay. The man in his mind thinks that because I have provided everything for my wife, she's okay.
She's okay. Okay.
You see, so to be on the safer side, whoever it is you want to marry, make sure you ask the person, what does love mean to you? It is something we don't talk about when we want to marry.
Okay.
The other day I was reading and I chanced on something that some women get aroused when you are intelligent.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
When you are intelligent.
Yes, when alone. The guy is
that's
intelligent.
Alone.
I mean,
makes them,
you know. So if you have such a wife, my dear, it doesn't matter the latest car
you buy for her,
the house you buy. Na se bi wan ko school. Wa dream no, wo to e dan ama no. Inti no, we no. You have gotten what she wants. My dear, she wants you to get PhD in law, medicine, something. And everyone like
for her pride.
For her pride. That's shame. Misumi kuna ko school. Misumi kuna ya crutch. You see?
Okay.
So people don't pay attention to their spouses.
Okay.
They don't. You've been married for 20 years. 20 solid years. And the girl was 23 or?
Yes, 23 years.
So, of course, naivety. Young girl, you are 50, so probably maybe
he's
you were
7 years
30.
older.
7 years older.
If you do
so
the math.
you mean that for all the 20 years, you couldn't tell the woman you were staying with.
He couldn't read her.
And you see, if I'm to push it, I'm looking at a choleric husband and a phlegmatic wife.
Okay.
Cholerics are good. Yes, cholerics are good at pursuing. I want my wife to get this. Obey Amano. I want my wife to get here. Obey. But for a phlegmatic, you can't predict them. And you know the funny part, they thrive on words. And this is the
so
connection.
That may be her love language. Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. And listening to her background, it means that so she didn't get anybody to make her know who she is. And then I end up marrying this man who has it all, bosses over me, gives me everything I want. In fact, when I try to speak, I mean, the sharpness of his tongue, like where I took her from, she didn't have anything.
This tells us that he may be a choleric.
Thank you.
Like
she didn't have
anything. But
anything.
couldn't also be that general, all of us, when we seem to have problem with people, we want to
go to the background
and talk about what we have done.
Yeah,
it's not an issue at all talking about it, but the timing is very important.
It's very important.
And this is social media, like you said. The one son you have, that is your wife, or that is the child's mother. And if there are close people to this family who knows you have traveled to India.
Because I have a problem. I have a problem.
Okay.
Why is it that women are able to keep secret for so long that men are not able to detect? Because we know of some footballers that, I mean, Odate Lamte or so, it is said that his kids are not his. Another footballer also, we can mention a couple of them, not only footballers. And women are able to, hide this thing. In fact, funny enough, I know somebody, a certain young guy, young guy, and the way he resembles another man, I have a serious suspicion. Charlie,
that one is in your head.
It's in my head, though. I've been looking at this boy, I was like, this boy resembles somebody. And it's mind blowing.
Wow.
But then so I did a little investigation, funny enough, and I was told that before they gave birth to the child, that boy, the mother and then that man I suspect were living in the same environment area.
Hey.
I was like,
wow.
But the point is, how is it that women are able to keep things for so long that men are not able to detect? Is it that women are too smart than men, or men are too, in quote, dumb that they can't determine?
But I think before you come in, counselor, let me just chip in this story just to buttress what Abeiku is saying. A friend of mine spoke to me, was just yesterday, and I was even telling him that today I'm coming to talk about paternity issues. And when I called him, he seemed down. He was broken. And I said, well, what was the matter? And he didn't want to talk at first, but when I probed further, and he was like, could you believe that at my age, I'm now finding out who my dad is? At his age.
He's now finding out who his dad is.
He's now finding out who his dad is. And that was just yesterday.
Wow.
That was just yesterday. After I had read a couple of stories online about paternity issues, men finding out about their real children through DNA. And he was also saying that, I'm just finding out that my real dad is not my real dad. And his was also a bit tricky because his mom passed on, I think, 5-6 years ago. And the question he asked me later on after we had discussed was, why didn't my mom tell me before she died?
Before she died.
So the question Abeiku is asking is also very relevant, meaning women can actually keep secrets even to their grave.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yes. I think that from my point of view, right, I think that men intend looking down on women.
Okay.
You see, they feel that some feel that they are very smart.
Okay.
Than
the
women.
Men are smarter
the
than
men
the women.
are smarter.
Than
so
women.
if women too have positioned themselves in such a way that if you are smarter than me, then I will play on that
along that line.
Okay.
And I have always said it that excuse me to say, it is very funny. I want to be very nice,
Okay,
you know.
be nice.
Oh yes, I'm trying to be nice. It is very funny for men to think that women are dumb. And in our society, especially because we don't have that women empowering thing, men feel that women are almost equal to giving birth.
Some men.
Some men.
Yeah, because I'm not like
Of
that.
course.
And my brother is not like that. And my friend is
Abeiku
not
wants
like
to
that.
redeem himself.
So
No problem.
some men,
Okay.
if not majority,
Okay.
some. Okay. So when you're even relating to a woman, the sometimes the pedigree, like na nipa no ka na you wait. That's like, but this guy, what does he take me for? Like, excuse me to say, am I that dumb? So we will take you thinking us to be dumb to get what we want. And that is
And
what
many
has
times what
plagued.
you want may not be the best.
For who?
For you and all of us. Because look at this
It
situation.
is me, and you are telling me
Yes,
it's not
because
best for me.
here is the case. She's got what she wanted. Now she's got the children. Now look at what is about to happen. Assuming the husband goes, and at the end of the day he hits her, kills her. What has been the benefit of what you get? You see, that is where sometimes I feel some women get it wrong. They always want to solve their problems emotionally. Okay, and how they feel. But if you approach your issues on how you feel, you may solve your problem today and leave a problem for tomorrow. So maybe your husband is not satisfying you and you need a satisfaction, like we established earlier. Get your husband to do the right thing.
And
I know a
how do you
friend.
do
I know a
that?
friend. I know a friend whose husband is outside the country.
Okay.
He comes once in a while, and now this woman says she doesn't want to marry the man, and honestly, she comes to me for counseling, and she's sort of like, now if we can settle, then the man must make a decision for me, and that decision is either he comes to pick me to go and stay with him abroad, or he comes and we stay here.
Together.
Without this decision, this marriage is dissolved. And 100% agree to it.
So when they married, they didn't discuss this?
Yeah.
Assuming, because definitely something will start. Oh, I will have to travel. But you've traveled. We've come to a point where, look, I need to be satisfied emotionally.
But do you
If
know
you
that,
don't do it,
yeah, do you know that the man can equally travel her abroad to join him and she will still feel lonely?
oh, that one is obvious. But that would not also mean that because I can still feel lonely outside, then I should find my satisfaction here in his absence. The point is solve the problem. The problem is that your absence is creating problem for me.
Yes.
So I need you with me. All right. That is very critical than going to find a relationship to help you in the meantime bring a child that tomorrow this man will find out it will be a problem. So solve the problem head on. And sometimes this is where sometimes, though I'm a pastor, there are certain times I will agree to divorce. And I'll agree to divorce in the sense where the woman is left with no choice. You left her. You don't want to come back. Some men will go 6 years, 7 years. You don't want to even come back. You see, papers. Meanwhile, you're having affair out there.
Out there.
Yes, you're having sex out there.
Yes,
And this woman is here.
Still having sex.
You see the
Out
point?
there.
Yes, you'll be having it. Let's be very honest with ourselves. And this woman she's also an emotional being. Okay, so you, the woman, instead of having sex, cheating, come out clearly. This is my problem. Let's solve it. If you don't want to solve it, then let's go our separate way instead of me cheating. I think that is more honorable than deceiving yourself before public eye. Yeah, worry, I'm a Christian. Everybody knows I'm waiting for my husband. Meanwhile, you know you are not waiting for your husband. Your husband, you're waiting. Because I think that should be it. So you see, women are smart. I don't think men see women as dumb. Okay, we see them as very smart. Okay. But the point is that we, by nature, want to always be the protector, the leader, the director, and that's where sometimes we go too much off board, where we don't give the woman a room to also be herself, because we overprotect. over provide, you see, and over direct. That is where we get it all wrong. But we know they are smart, even smarter than us. But we seem to want to, push you down small. But by and large, we men, when we are going to marry, she asked a question, and it's very important. We need to find out where we are going, what the foundation is. If this woman, you can't trust her, please. Me, when I met my wife around the first period, there is one question I asked myself, and that question, I still ask the same question.
Okay.
What will let me be angry with this woman? In fact, the first few days, not even 1 week, that I think, okay, within that 1-2 weeks that I met her, what will let me be angry with this woman? Why? Because I saw something about her that I feel suits me.
Okay.
And up to now, it's still the same. So we don't fight, we don't quarrel. We may misunderstand, that is normal. And I married her out of my conviction. And it's helping me. Not because I love her. Honestly, ask my wife. I told her point blank, I don't love you like the way I loved my ex.
Oh, okay.
I told her directly.
Wow.
But she told me that you love me more. Now, being with her is not an issue of love. It's an issue of she's just an exceptional human being to me.
Okay.
All right? And I'm okay with that. And I have no iota of, I have no reason to think that she can ever cheat. Sometimes you can trust the woman because of who she is. Now, we're deceiving her.
Yeah, maybe
Or she may be deceived at that point. Because you can't trust any human being.
Yes,
Anyway.
you can't. But this is a very tough one. I want us to go back to the man's story, you see. So, if we are talking about the man providing for the family in all angles and making sure that the wife lacks nothing, and the man tries to do that, because I'm sure that there are other angles to the story.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't heard the woman's side of the story. Yes. And even the man, I don't think this is all he wanted to say, because this is 20 years of marriage. A lot may have happened. I'm sure what we are even talking about, the solutions we are giving, he may have suggested some. Because as a traveling man, you would not just be traveling and not think about your wife back home. What is she doing? So I'm sure at a point in time, they may have thought of, the distance between us. How do we solve this and all that? Now, if they have done all those things, the man in his own, knowledge has tried to provide both financially, emotionally, with connectivity and all that you are saying, and the woman still cheats. What do you think that woman wants again?
Okay.
Because we have cases like that.
Okay. So, like I said, the foundation of everything really matters. That is why when you want to marry, you should know the person you are marrying. Why am I saying this? Assuming this lady, or the question you asked, like everything has been provided and still the person cheats. Let me give you a background.
Because I wanted to say it to point that do some people
they still do.
Yes, like are some people just chronic cheats? Like they just can't be faithful.
It's from the foundation. That's where I'm coming from. You know that in the Bible, God says that we should not sleep or have sex with each other before marriage. That is God's way. Okay. Now,
do not commit
fornication. Why would God say this? Marriage is for you to explore, okay, to adventure, okay. Here is a case, you, a young lady, so one Kofiada, one Amada, Kojo, one Kwabena, like you have been sleeping around. So already you have laid a certain foundation. So trust me, your man will never
satisfy
be enough.
You. Yeah.
So such a lady, if you provide everything, everything she wants, she would still cheat. It might even be worse if the man is not a player,
So he's not a player to play around you, make you come to that state you always want.
See, so no matter what, there are people. It's both sides.
It's both sides.
It's both sides.
It's a human
It's
problem.
a human problem, especially your upbringing. That is where all these things, because you are coming from a different background. I'm coming from a different background. And we are saying that we are deciding to stay together. Are there any things I should know that you have not told me? Because it's not everything we say. Even I will not encourage you to say everything. Because at the end of the day, that one too can be used against you. But make sure that whatever it is that's worth saying, you would say it or put it across.
At the beginning stage.
At the beginning stage.
Very
at
important.
the beginning stage. I remember one lady, Reverend Mama Edna, she said that when they were almost about to marry, he said, honey, there's something I have to tell you. And then she said a couple of things. And then this is what a matured man of God, a pastor, said. He said, if God did not use your sins against you,
who am I?
Who am I? So the person you are marrying is very, very important. Do you think that this woman of God will ever be angry, or maybe she'll be so bored that this man of God will irritate her, like so bored, say just anyhow? No.
Okay.
Because he has shielded
her.
Hey.
That's why it's important you mention that who you marry.
Because
marry. You don't also tell your story to just anybody. Even if he's a man of God, you have to be sure.
And
so that he doesn't use it against you.
The emphasis is on the details. You see, first of all, you have to measure the person's maturity in terms of the mind. Maturity has nothing to do with age. It's who be wareno nimpa no de bia meka wo na wonim baby awoko. And you know what you want to achieve. So make sure, say, you are picking somebody who is suitable for your journey. And any other thing, because the foundation is very important. So, of course, there are women who will cheat anyhow.
To ask a build-up question, would you say that, with what you have said, should people who go into relationships, should they ask questions like, what's your body count? Like, how many men have you slept with? How many women have you slept with? Just to have an idea of your sexual drive and, you know, your appetite and your journey so far. Because, like, from what you have said, it's almost as if, because of the experiences, the sexual experiences people have before marriage, it gives them different ideas, and it almost makes them choose preferences. You know, it becomes like because they've seen different sizes and shapes, and they've seen different turns, ups and downs, styles and all that. So would you say that as a counselor, it is very important to talk about how many people you have been with sexually, and with that information your partner could judge whether I want to continue this journey with you or not? Should people base their decision on that as well?
Okay, so before you even start asking questions, have you gone for counseling?
Okay.
Because some of these questions is mainly not between
the both of you.
Just the both. You see, your counselor will sit you down. I've heard a man of God, I don't know his name, but he said that the first question he asks when people come to have counseling is, how many men have you slept with?
Okay.
Then you say it. How many women have you? Then you say. Then based on the answer, I say this one it can't work.
Well, I have an exception to that take.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like you mentioned earlier that it's not everything you have to say.
Yeah.
When you enter into marriage, it is discernment. Because if you're not careful, I agree with you that yes, it's discernment, because everybody is a spiritual being.
Yeah.
So discernment is knowing the spirit within a man, and the spirit within a person is connect to the soul, the will, the emotions, and the intellect. The point is that you mentioned that you can talk this with your counselor, but not the person you are going to marry.
Yes.
That is my position. Yes. The reason is that if somebody has not yet married you, the person has no right to know everything about you.
Of course.
The only thing the person has to know is the thing that will affect the person more directly in the marriage. So, for example, you are impotent. You don't have a womb. or you have certain conditions that the person,
or you have a child,
or you have a child, that this person must know. You can't hide it. But when it comes to how many people you've slept with, I agree, you can tell the counselor, but not this person. Because sometimes I tell myself, counselor, isn't even necessary to go into these conversations.
It is.
Well, for me, okay, we are different. For me, it is not necessary.
Okay.
The only time it becomes necessary, if in our conversation that information is relevant to the conversation. All right, but it shouldn't be like a duty for me to now come and tell you I slept with Amma, I slept with this, I slept with that, and then I wouldn't say it. You see, when I married my wife, I wanted a clean sheet from my past. Okay, so it is done. I told my wife directly that there are some things I will tell you about me, but there are some things I won't tell you. And one of the reasons I won't tell you
Is it because you are ashamed of those things?
it is because I don't even want to mention it in my own mind. Because we all have our secrets, we all have our weaknesses, we all have our mistakes. Okay, so I don't want to even replay it to myself, let alone to replay it to you. And you too, there are some things, don't bother to tell me.
Okay.
I don't even care. That is me. But there are some people who do care. Now, if you care to know, when you know it, how will you handle it? That is also a question.
Yes, but BIC, what I am saying is, of course, it's not just anybody you meet.
No, I agree with you that you can tell your counselor.
The person I've slept with.
But the same person.
No, it's not everybody you meet and you.
But
do that.
if you are
Yes,
sure that
at a
this is the
certain
person,
level, that's this one there.
I'm ending up
I'm
with in
ending
marriage.
up in marriage with this person.
So you're going to
that-
tell the person everybody you've met before, had sex with before? Is it necessary to do that?
You see, when when I made a statement, I said check on the person's maturity.
Okay.
It is very important.
But it can be deceptive. Oh. But the person's mature, your examination, your judgment of the person may be deceptive. Because you can assume somebody is mature only to later realize that this person is not what? Mature. Because he can use it against you. You see, people maturity is tested when they fall into a problem. Now, this man's maturity is being tested now. The man we are talking about.
Yeah.
And I feel, I don't know whether I should say he's not mature, but he is. Because this is a huge issue.
He is matured.
How do I
He's
handle
matured.
such an
he's
issue?
absolutely matured.
And he's even bringing it
for discussion,
discussion.
Because he doesn't want to do anything silly.
But what if this woman had told her about a sexual whatever in the past? You know, it would have added to this story. Manka.
But I think she
and
didn't
this is
add
why,
that.
this is why.
And at the age of 23, I think maybe the woman didn't have that much experience.
I believe this man had been vulnerable. I believe. I think that it came out of vulnerability and she couldn't handle issues. Many of the women who cheat, they cheat because they couldn't handle. Like counselor is saying, who is your counselor? I love counselor in the sense that I know her. She's frank, she's straightforward, and then she doesn't massage issues with religion or culture or whatever, just as it is. But how many people will go to a counselor like this? This is my problem.
This
Help
is
me.
my problem.
I had a woman who called me, a friend, and she was like, "Man of God, please help me." I said, "What is the problem?" She said, "I'm in a workplace with somebody, and I'm falling for this guy, and I'm going to meet him this week, and there will be sexual, intimacy between us. I'm also married. I don't know what to do. I can't stand it." Then I began to counsel her. So having
was she
counseled
asking,
her,
should I go or should I not go?
no,
Was that
she
her
was
question?
asking for help in order to overcome. But then she admitted that she's finding it difficult to overcome because she loved the guy and she's come to a point she can't do anything about it.
The
So
one inviting her, she loves him.
she loves him. She's already gone through that relationship is building.
Okay.
And where she's reached, she realized that, Charlie, I can't stand this man
Okay.
again.
Then
So
I
she
think
had
it
to
was good
consult
she
me.
called you.
Exactly. And I helped her. When I helped her, how did I help her? Just by talking with her within that period. What she should do, what she shouldn't do. And the difficult thing is that they were working the same office. and she overcame. So when she overcame, she actually connected me to a lot of people. I mean, to over 100 people to counsel them. Okay, and through her, I was able to do something great. I don't want to give more
The
clue
details. Okay.
to Red.
Thank
now,
you.
what if she didn't consult me? You get the point. That is why it's important to consult when you have problem.
And that's what the man is doing.
And that's what the man is doing.
I want to ask more questions, but even before then, Counselor Justina said something, and it brought me to a point that, you mentioned that God's rule and command is that we shouldn't commit fornication. It is God's rule that before a man and a woman, start to make children, babies, they should have been married.
Yes.
Before they meet and start to make babies and have sexual intercourse, they should have been married. And
Yes.
that is God's rule.
Yes.
And it makes me understand that God made that rule just to protect us.
Yes.
If humans would only stick to that rule, we wouldn't be here today.
But people have, this woman has married.
No, but
She obeyed the rule.
yes, she has married and she's cheated because of all the things we are discussing here. That what if she had some connectivity with her ex somewhere?
Okay.
She may not have been a virgin before getting married, and all the issues we have discussed here show that people still linger on their exes.
Yes.
And that is what even explains the more how people, are unable to unlove their first love.
Yes.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
No, it's true.
They are unable
Women, you
to
try.
unlove
Is it
their
an
first
issue
love.
with women?
No,
Yes.
it's a serious issue. You see, sometimes for we women, we process things differently.
Okay.
You see, I was watching this movie, Sister, by
Tyra Perry.
Tyler Perry.
Tyler
Yes.
Perry.
You see, that movie is so much of women stuff. I mean, practically. And there is this character who had just broken up. The ex left. This girl has catered for this man. Provided, rented a place, lived there, everything. And then just to the breakthrough where the guy will become very rich, extremely rich, they broke up.
Is it a confession of the counselor?
No. This
Not that story.
is Sisters. Yes,
Okay.
it's in Sisters.
Okay.
And then they broke up. Now the guy.
This
has
sounds
become,
like acrimony.
No,
Acrimony.
this is not.
That is
That's
confession
not
of the
acrimony.
acrimony.
This
Okay.
is sister.
Okay.
And then she's so broken that I have worked on you for years, and finally you have gotten to the level you should, and then I'm left. And then this is the statement she made. She needs a closing, a closure.
Okay.
Why am I saying this? Most women with their exes didn't get closure.
What is closure?
Closure is I am no more with you.
Okay.
But there's this one thing that you know that when you do it for me, nobody on this earth can do it for me. So even if we are breaking up, please let me just enjoy that.
Is that why
one thing.
sometimes before wedding, some women will go in the hotel and sleep with their exes?
Louder.
Oh, really? That is a closure.
That's a closure.
Why, women? How do we understand you now?
Dwell with us according to wisdom.
Wisdom.
I'm telling you. And it is so important. I'm telling you, when you take these two characters, for the lady, it's not about the guy getting the money.
Okay.
At all. But it's like that one thing, that closure, at least give me that time.
Okay.
Because everything happened suddenly. Then say one of her, those times the lady wasn't her friend, but later became friends with them. So Mema Brown now what befa woody so
Menitia. Oh.
Meanwhile, when you were with me, I was paying the rent. I was buying food, electricity, all those things.
And now you have become rich with what? My labor.
Yes, and you are
Wow.
enjoying it
And
with
you are
someone else.
Enjoying it with somebody else. So women, after break up,
Want closure.
want closure.
And that
But-
closure
but-
is
but-
sex? Is that
It
closure
could be.
sex?
It could be one. Sometimes it could just be quality time. And these closures, they are not material like that.
They're emotional usually.
They are more of emotional. Like,
But we've broken up, and that's you
no,
earn it. I'm gone.
no.
I'm gone.
You are gone. You can't go back.
Yeah.
You are not gone.
You see, most even when you even look at most divorce cases, say washa, hardly will women marry again when they are divorced. Hardly.
Is it because of
maybe especially
the
when that was their first love?
Especially when that was their first time, you know, like hardly. But for men, they just
so let me get it straight.
Move
Sorry,
on.
it looks like I'm taking. So it means that you women want strong. You go with all attachment.
Yes.
And there must not be break. If there is breakthrough,
you should at
the
least
little left
Thank
must be broken.
Yes.
The umbilical cord.
Yes, remove everything.
No, you see, it's almost like you are asking my permission to let you go.
Okay.
Because we are in it together. You see, just to emphasize the reason why God says we shouldn't commit fornication.
Yeah.
Your souls are tied together. In as much as physical it might sound, it's not like that.
Wow.
It is not. Because even medically, when a woman has sex, the system is such that some part of her system can take the DNA of the man and it will be there. Do you get it? So
it's
it's
almost like she has become part of you.
It is also said that the vagina has a memory.
Okay.
So it can remember you.
Everybody.
So if you are the husband, the vagina knows you. So when the sperm enters, it doesn't fight because the body would naturally fight any foreign material.
Yeah, that's true.
But once it knows the sperm and it enters, it won't fight
That's
it.
all.
It will.
Wow.
You people are complex.
yes.
Wow.
This is the basis. So any breakup, you know, whoever it is, everybody is different. But
different.
trust me, one way or the other. And when they cry as a what called divorce, are they acts of alimony? Why do you think they acts of alimony?
What's that?
It's also a form of closure.
Yes, a form of closure.
Okay.
You know.
Adia would be pata.
And traditionally, no.
Yes,
Yeji
the
patawere. So that patano
It's not just
is in court, eh? The
yes,
court has
alimony.
it.
Yes.
Okay, to satisfy you as a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, so the woman is a goddess or a deity. That must be pacified.
A man once met me one early morning. I was going to work. He said, "Madam, we are seeing nimpa mienu pe."
No, what's else wrong?
I said, like he didn't know me from I said,
Nyankopon Oba.
Nyankopon.
As if I was there with
Somebody also said, "Yami opo ni makra lonte maze."
you know.
So women are not just, you know.
But you people are a beautiful,
Species.
Dwell with us
species
according
and
to
wisdom.
wisdom.
according to wisdom. That is what the Bible says.
Yes.
So this man, what should he do?
Well,
Yeah, okay.
for
Coun-
me,
counselor.
it is she's his wife, and he knows how to attend to the wife.
Okay.
In my way, I think that it would have been more better to find a nice way and ask her.
Okay.
Why did you do this?
Why did you do it? At least he has to know. Hey, Bia, it could be anything, but at least just give her the benefit of the doubt. Internet say you kwa sansio, no mo de amana nom. Ansana. Because o edenya obewu, but wo de wu omumpo no.
Jinsio kakra no mansa.
It is different. I know it's difficult. One thing men cannot stand is cheating.
Yeah.
I know. But maybe he could have just, if not him alone, Krana say, or Bane or penny phobia or ferry or moi. Even before he can even get to them, it is the wife. He has ways of getting to the wife.
Okay.
So he could have just.
And for the sake of the children too, he should try to make it, even if he would divorce her at the end, he should try to make it amicably so that, the children also be at peace with both their mom and dad. Even the 3 other children who have grown, the first one is 20 years. They have grown to know that this is my daddy, and all of a sudden,
Isn't now
You
that you are
know.
going to tell them that, Charlie,
Yeah.
your
Because it's not their fault also.
it's not their
Yeah,
fault.
so
Even
I think
they themselves, they don't know.
they
So
don't
you have
know.
also discovered, just as they are also
They would
about
also
to
discover.
I
So
think
he should think about them and
yes.
try to,
Yes,
like
yes.
find out, like you are saying,
Yes.
and also consider the children's future,
Future
not
and
shatter
all
them
that.
like how you are
Yes,
shattered. Not
yes.
because you are shattered, your children should also be shattered.
No.
As a matter of fact, they are still your
They
children.
are still your
I think
children.
Abeiku made a statement that we have biological fathers and actual fathers.
Yes.
You are their actual father. You may
Yes.
not share the same DNA with them, but you are their actual father. You have cared for them. They know you've shared memories together, and like he said, their dad, he doesn't even care who. I wish he could forgive and let this pass.
Yeah,
but even though it's not easy.
that is what he should do, but he needs to know the process because this is a very tough one. One, a trust is broken, a whole future is destroyed. Imagine investing into a whole project. Let me put it that way, with all your life. Only at the end of the day, they tell you that the land doesn't belong to you, and therefore the whole property is what is seized. Meanwhile, you spent your entire life, and look at him, 50 years. 50 when years. Am I going to start again? Again, when men don't marry only because of children, because they want protection in old age. So now I've reached 50 years. Meanwhile, there is a woman who should be protecting me. And here am I realizing that I have no protection under her arms. What if this man returns? Whoever the children are comes and takes her away. I mean, the whole lot of is a tough thing. But then the Bible has one of the best solution. It came from Solomon, but Solomon didn't give the full answer. Then Paul came to give us the answer. Solomon said, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. So the issue he's dealing with doesn't come from the woman. It doesn't come from the environment. It's from his heart. His heart. So what his heart will do is what he should guide. So how will he guide it? That is where Paul comes in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. It says that be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving. Why with thanksgiving? Because you see, when you are dealing with issue and you don't remember the positive sides of issues, you can't handle it. You can't. So be anxious. How do you overcome anxious? Prayer, supplication, but it must go with what? Thanksgiving. It means recognizing the good side. This woman may have done this, but what has been the good side of this marriage? Take a look at it. This little child who is also yours, that is the positive side of it. Look at it. Then he says that let your request be made known unto God. Unto God would mean that first, God, we know we are talking about God. Second, it means that unto a higher self. Okay, that means that a mature person in the Lord, a mature person in counseling, a mature friend, not just any friend, because this is a very difficult thing. Because God will definitely lead you to people who can advise you. Then he says something, and the peace of God, which guides, which
pass
all understanding, will guide your mind and your heart. So here, what goes on in your mind and what goes on in your heart matters a lot. Other than that, you will do something and you end up in jail. You do something you regret. If you divorce her in peace. Let her go in peace. Honorably. To keep your dignity, the dignity of the woman and the dignity of the children. One of these children may become politicians tomorrow. And then people refer, even you cry. I mean, people are
so you don't know the destinies and the future of these children, and you have invested too much to give up on them now. 20 years.
But it's a tough one. Somebody is going through the same. What would the person do?
But this is life. People do things. You do not have control over what people do to you, but you have control over how you react and how you respond. You understand? So I think that he should calm down, take bits and pieces of all that we have said and try to fashion his life from here, because from anyhow you would look at it, there is a good in this. There is a good in this. It's not just bad. Yes, she has betrayed you, she has done a lot of things to hurt you, and trust is broken and all that, but look at the good side.
But it's important to establish also that this woman is wicked. That one, if we don't say it, we are massaging the fact.
But you see,
This woman is too wicked.
We have not heard of her
side.
We are not judging.
It
So
could
we
be
must
that
hear
the
her
man,
side.
yes.
So it means that the DNA is not true.
Not that the
It's
DNA is
true.
not
So
true.
what side is she coming to say to justify why she
You
did
see,
it?
you see.
We've talked about it,
Wait.
but let's also
Yeah,
look at the
it's-
other side.
Akumano.
Exclusive Ben and our
No,
war.
yes, wait. You see, for a man to have married for 20 years and now finding out to say ne baba ko 11 years. Eh, because I'm not saying that's one to me in country. No. You see, we shouldn't just take
No,
it
if
to
she
one
is impotent,
side.
you won't bring the story to us.
What I'm saying is, we are just
He's
looking
not,
at
according
it.
to the story, I don't think he's impotent.
11 years.
Because if
out
after,
of 20
after
years.
because this one is 11 years, so it means he was 39 when he shoot the shot and this child was born. 39 years.
Yes.
Now, from the beginning of your age, you
So
couldn't
from the beginning,
impregnate.
he was not shooting.
You couldn't impregnate your
And the woman didn't want.
So I don't think he was impotent, but I'm thinking that maybe, the part of the story that we can hear from the woman is maybe the man also cheated at a point and she became revengeful, I'm doing it to, pay back. The women also
The
do
point
that.
is she has no excuse.
No,
What is
I
the
don't
excuse?
think that is fair
Yeah,
on her behalf.
yeah.
Because we've not heard a story.
I understand, but
Yes, so don't
assuming we hear her story.
Abeiku is taking
Assuming-
it personal.
Yes, because assuming we hear her story, okay, but the end product is that what the man is saying that the children doesn't belong to him is true.
Yes.
What story would justify that wickedness?
We are not saying
We are not
anything
saying
will justify it.
What she has done
It's
is
wrong.
That's not what we are
I know
saying.
we've established
Yes,
that,
we are
but
giving
is she not
her-
wicked?
We are giving it. We cannot base wickedness on the fact that she has gone to cheat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
so
those who
cheating
are
is
killed.
not wickedness.
Do you think that if it was a man who has done this, will you still say that
It is
he
wickedness.
wicked?
No, you see, we are
Why?
not justifying
Thank you.
man cheating, and for that matter, when a woman cheats, we say it's wicked. By a man cheating, cheating is wrong. It is selfishness.
Yes.
It is wickedness. I mean, the previous video, I had somebody sent me a message that next I should never say a man cheat. Men don't cheat.
And what do they do?
There is no
But
justification.
yes, you come to think of it. If
Men
you
cheat.
think that this story was the other way around, do you think we will be here?
Of
talking
course,
about
we'll
it?
talk about it.
That the woman is married and that the man has been cheating.
Men have been
and
giving birth outside, and for
And
me,
it's normal.
it is wrong. I wouldn't justify it. It is wickedness. Okay, now if you give birth outside, for example, come and confess to your wife
Okay.
that, my dear, I was play by play. This is the problem I brought home.
Okay.
Please save me. If I come as a vulnerable person for salvation, she will save you. You, the woman, too, if you make that mistake, confess to the man. Say, this is where I've got it wrong. Oh. This is where I fell. So help me. Oh, so it means the child in the belly is not mine. Oh.
Do you think women can confess such?
If they confess, they will be helped. The Bible tells
I
us-
remember last week you said a woman.
So yeah, in this case there is a pregnancy.
Okay.
In this case there is a pregnancy.
Okay.
You can't hide it.
So that one she should.
So that
confess.
one there, confess. Because if you don't confess, DNA will catch you.
Oh, okay.
In today's age and
So
time,
women, listen. If you
Confess.
don't confess,
Yes.
DNA
will catch you. So don't do it. But please, if it happens, you are pregnant or you have a child, there's a woman listening to it. She knows that the child is not for the man. Confess now. Save the child. Save the man. Save yourself. And
This
we
one,
are
I
advising
think as
men,
you are
if
saying,
your
it's
wife
passing
can
here
come,
and
if
it's
your
been
wife
out
can
from
come
here. I
and
don't
tell
think-
you that this is what I did wrong. You know, my story, Kwansma, we'll have to read it.
Yeah, we will.
When you get to the end of the story, you will hear something you never want to hear. And it has to do with this same issue.
Okay.
But I don't want to hint at it because we'll be discussing it. And if I hint at it, you see, we'll get to the end of this very thing we are talking about. So that is my last statement.
Okay.
That this woman, what you did was wickedness. If you're a woman and you know the children are not yours, confess, are not for the man. Confess to the man in a honorable way, and then find solution now before DNA catches you.
So, all in all, I think that we have tried to give sound
Yes,
advice. You know, the
yes.
man, in all standards, we agree that he's been hurt.
Yes.
This is not a fair situation that should happen to anyone, but this is life. Things
Yes,
happen. He
yes.
should try and find a way to respond
Yes.
the appropriate way. There's an
Yes.
appropriate way to go about everything. So, now, before I even ask my final question, I want to ask what advice or caution would you also give to the children? Because the children have also been caught up in this.
Children.
Yes, there are 4 children.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah, because some children become very attached to their parents. I don't know if the first one is a girl or something. Girls usually get very attached to their dads. Now, and I'm sure they'll get to know, because the way things are going, definitely when the man gets back to Ghana, he would ask the wife questions, families will come in, the children will get to know, they are old enough. What advice do we give to them now? Because truth be told, they would also be broken. They will feel betrayed. And some of them may also begin to see their mother differently. How should they go about it? What counsel will you give them to be able to pass through this stage?
Well, I will say that what their mother has done is an act of wickedness.
Okay.
Not that she herself
wicked.
is wicked.
Okay.
It is the act that
Of
she has done.
wickedness, yeah.
Even though I wouldn't agree with BIC, but I think I have said
You
it
you
more.
qualify it on the
Oh,
act.
yes,
on
and
the
yeah,
act.
an
Okay,
act of
because saying that
wickedness.
is wickedness is a bit harsh,
Because we don't know the side of
the
her
side
story.
of a story. So
Yeah.
it is an act of wickedness. So then, to the children, one, mother is only one. Father is only one. It's not like you have options that you can just go and fetch another mother and fetch another father. And this matter is way higher than them.
Okay.
They shouldn't judge both sides based on what they are hearing or they would hear or they will see. But they should temper with mercy that in as much as we are all humans, everybody is bent on making a mistake.
Okay.
And at their level, they might not even understand, but they should still keep that sweet memories they have with mommy and daddy, because that is what is going to keep them. They have a choice of, rebelling, you are not my mother, and all that. And in their minds, they might think that I don't lose anything. After all, you are not my father or something. The Bible is so emphatic on the fact that honor your father and
Your
mother,
mother
that it may be well
with you.
with you. The Bible didn't say honor your father and mother who took
care of you.
care of you,
Yeah.
cheated or did
Yeah.
anything. They should leave their mother and father to the other part that God says that he will take care of the parents also.
Yeah.
Because there is also part for the parents. And then they should just hold on to that word, because that is the only thing that can make sense to them, that can make them be able to relate and also receive a blessing from them. Because whether they like it or not, their blessings are one way or the other tied to
their
them.
parents.
So they should look at it from that side.
From that side.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Council.
Thank you.
I think that was lovely.
Yeah.
Abeiku.
Counselor has said everything.
Okay.
These children are victims of circumstances. So they should I love what Counselor said. They shouldn't get involved. They should stay back.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a very complex situation where whoever the children belong to also come into the picture. If he comes into the picture, what would the
It may
children
make
do?
it messy.
Yeah, we'll get there. But for now, I agree with what Counselor said.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. These are very quality submissions. But on my final question, I would like to also ask that, you see, in this world that we live today, we can't take cheating out now.
Yes.
We have established the fact that both men and women cheat. But in our discussions, I have picked one or two things to say that women usually cheat based on vulnerability and lack of emotional connection and blah blah blah. But I believe that people out there need knowledge to live with. I also think that when people know certain things, they wouldn't get involved in the things they do. Now, we are all Christians here. We come from Christian backgrounds, and we know the laws of God. How would you advise any man or woman out there, in this time where temptation is at its peak? Sometimes women even cheat because they want to protect their career. Because it's the men even that come sometimes knocking at their door. If you don't give me sexual pleasure, I won't promote you, or I'll take your job from you, or you won't get this job. And we have all those things in society. Now, out of all these pressures and temptations and all these, how can a Christian lady or a woman and a man live in this life or this world pure, chaste until they get married? Is it even possible? And if it's possible, how can they do that?
Okay. Oh, you go first. Answer this.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be like an advice to the youth out there, because
Okay.
we have established that it is now very important that the youth should live a chaste life.
Yeah.
It will protect their future.
Yeah. So, well, if you are outside and then you are listening to our program, I don't have plenty of words to say. I think I have only two things for you. Number one, fear God. You see, at the end of the day, it is only Him that matters. The Bible says that it's not of him that willeth or of him that runneth. It is of God that has showed mercy. Inasmuch as we are humans, we would try, we would fall. But at the back of your mind, like subconsciously, the fear of God should always guide you. Always, because for whatever reason you are doing, whatever it is you are doing. It's temporal. It's temporal. Maybe when you do it now, you don't have any consequences. People might not even catch you. Nobody will get to know of it, and you are just there. But there is only one God, and He sees everywhere and everything. Before you even think, He knows.
Yeah.
So just fear God and love Him. The second one, because if you love your Father, even if you want to go and sin, you will tell Him that God, today the way I'm feeling for sex, I'm telling you, it sounds funny, but it's so practical and realistic. And don't please your life to please anybody. Because if you are protecting your work, is it not because of what society will say? If you are trying to impress somebody, if you are protecting a secret, is it not because you are afraid that society will hear, so let me do this? You end up covering.
And at the end, it blows in your face.
And it's very bad. So fear God, love him, and don't please anybody. Thank you.
Wow, that was powerful.
Wow, that is powerful indeed. I think that we are humans. We should never presume to be strong, superhumans. Where anybody fail, we can also fall. So I have a principle, and that principle is that I can do anything. I can commit any sin, make any mistake anybody make. So by admitting to that, the next step is that because I can do those things, I must always submit to the leading of the Holy Spirit. Okay? So assuming, I don't like to promise God. So don't promise God. Don't promise God. Oh God, I won't do this again. No, that is a lie.
Tomorrow you go and do it.
You go and do it. So don't promise God. But rely on His grace. What it means is that anytime you are doing something or you are about to do something and you get the prompting that it is wrong, don't do it. Okay, go by the immediate leading of the Spirit, not your presumed strength or whatever, and I'm disciplined. Just at the point where you realize that even when you are doing it and you realize that this is wrong, that moment, just withdraw, fall back, and that will save you a lot. If you're married, the biggest savior is to be open to your partner and they have an open conversation that, okay, I think that I'm having this feeling. That's why when you're married, your partner should be mature so that when you tell your partner where you are weak, your partner will understand, oh, I think that I'm falling in love with this person. I mean, it's not out of order for your wife to fall in love with another person or your husband to fall in love with another person. So your ability to discuss this matter so that you'll be helped, and if your partner is the one in it, your partner will be helped, is also very, very important. So don't presume you are strong. Rely on the Holy Spirit and have an open communication with your partner.
Wow. Thank you very much, Counselor Justina Arkorful, and then prolific author Abeiku Okai.
Your small boy, Abeiku.
No,
BIC,
my
BIC.
boss.
Your small boy, BIC.
Okay, so viewers, this is where the discussion comes to an end. It has been a very riveting edition. I enjoyed it myself. I believe that you have learned a lot. Now, please put your comments at the comment section. We'd like to also hear your views on all that counselor has said, all that Pastor Abeiku has said, and all that you have learned from this show. Please put your comments at the comment section. You can also follow us, subscribe to this channel, help us grow, Yeah, we are helping you, so help us,